Hi everybody and welcome to the July Q&A video. I'm Andrew. As always, hi everybody, welcome. So, what am I discussing this time around? Hopefully, if I did this right, I should have something better in the background than the aforementioned static image. I'm trying something different this time around. I do love this new green screen though of mine. This is I've gotten a lot of use out of this so far in the few months that I've had it. So I am loving this thing. This was a good idea. Sure as hell beats that little circle that didn't work. That failed miserably. Oh my god, did that fail miserably? But I know there's still like some creases and there's still some. I never ironed it out. And that was my bad. But I don't iron. I don't own. I don't own an iron. And if we do have one, which I know we don't anymore, I don't. I don't own an iron. I don't own one. Anyway, I have 10 questions for this month's Q&A. So thank you all, by the way, for submitting your questions. And without any further ado, let's get started, shall we? So the first question I have is, do you remember Bananas in Pajamas? I actually thought I'd answered this one last month, but apparently I didn't. It was, do you remember Dudley the Dragon? To answer the question of do I remember Bananas in Pajamas, oh my god, yes, I do. I remember I asked my mom when I was a kid. I wanted the Bananas in Pajamas, and she got me. I think it was like Christmas or Easter. I had, Banana One and Banana Two as little dolls, and it was really cool. And I kept them. I think I still have them yet too. Granted, they're buried somewhere. I mean buried. They actually even be destroyed at this point. I don't know, but I did have them. I do remember that because I remember the one point because you could take the pajamas off so they could be washed, and my grandmother was like, why is there a naked banana with eyeballs staring at me? It kind of freaked her out for a minute or two, but I do remember that. uh, but yes, I do remember that show. It was actually a pretty good show. I like the puppet version with the suits and the actors in the suits versus the cartoonish version that they did then for the remake. So this is one of those. The original was better, way better in my opinion. But yeah. Who's your favorite character or characters from the Animaniacs, both the original show and the reboot, 2021? Hmm. Thinks the Animaniacs is an incredible 90s show. Yeah, well, it was. That was quintessential 90s cheese right there. Quintessential 90s cheese. Hell, the theme song still sticks in my head. I hum it every now and then. I like the Warner. I like the three Warners, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. Those were always my favorites. I've only seen clips of the reboot. I do not have Hulu, and I will. I let me put it this way: if I can't see clips of it, I'm not gonna care. I am not going to invest in a streaming service like Hulu or Netflix or Disney Plus or Paramount Plus just to watch something that every Tom, Dick, Harry, and Jane is watching when there's 50 or 60 nerds on the internet that'll make a review video on it or a Cliff Notes version video on it, and I can just watch that and get the same experience that they got without having to pay for it, and they're giving me some commentary at the same time. So I'm learning something new, and at the same time, I'm getting to enjoy something. So no, I have not seen the reboot, though. But Yakko, Wacko, and Dot were my favorites from the original. Pinky and the Brain, obviously, because I just love that freaking theme song, too. Um, I kind of thought I remember Chicken Do. I remember that. Oh my god. They had the cat. Uh, I remember the cat. The one that it wasn't Buttons Mindy. What the hell? Rita. Rita the cat. The one that was always singing. Talking. I loved that. I thought that was so cool. But yeah, there's just a lot. I mean, I always loved the old Animaniacs show though from the '90s because there was a song that I came across years ago. I don't know what to say. The monkeys won't do. And you had the Warner Brothers and the poor Doc just going nuts. I thought that was cool. But yeah, no, the Animaniacs was quintessential. Yeah, yeah. Quintessential 90s cheese, and it is well welcomed to live rent free in my head. It could live rent free in my head till the end of time. I don't care. But yeah, I love the Animaniacs. Do you think mythical creatures actually exist, as in Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, dwarves, dragons, both Chinese and medieval, ghosts, etc.? Okay, ghosts, I don't. Spirits, I do believe, but ghosts, no. Ghosts, I think, is just somebody being a jackass and using a slang term to represent spirits. So, ghosts, no. Spirits, yes. Ghosts, no. There's a huge world of difference on that, trust me. As far as the Loch Ness Monster, I'm going to say yes. I think the Loch Ness Monster exists. Do I think the Loch Ness Monster exists for the standout point that all the other mythical creatures exist? No. Do I think this was blown a little out of proportion? Yes. Do I believe the creature exists? Yes. Do I think that it's the exaggerated form they say it is? No. I don't think it's massive or huge. I think it was this little tiny creature that somebody came across in Loch Ness, and it just freaked them the hell out. And it was probably this cute little creature that just didn't know what the hell it did wrong. And then they just started making this, because you figure drunken people then would start going around saying, oh, it's just like 50 feet long and 75 feet high. And my God, this thing is just horrifying. I don't believe it was the exaggerated thing of it. I think it was probably like tiny and small, and it just freaked them the hell out. Dwarves, yes, I do believe the dwarves exist. Do I believe they exist now? Yeah, that's an up in the air question. Do I believe they actually exist? Yes, I do. I freaking do, because there's a few things that exist in this world that really do not make sense. Even if you were to use the aliens did it, or there was slave labor, it doesn't make sense. It just seems way too old and ancient for a civilization like ours to do. So, yeah, no. Not all of it, but yes. Dragons, I do believe existed. And I'm not going to go into too deep as to why they don't anymore, aside from the fact that I think they just evolved into different creatures. But I do believe that they exist. I mean, we have Komodo dragons, which is, I guess, like their descendants and stuff like that. But as far as dragons are concerned, yes, I do. Bigfoot, no. Hold on. I don't believe Bigfoot exists, and there's a reason why. This is another one of those, I think it was a little bit of a drunken tale that people kind of got out of hand about. I kind of feel like with Bigfoot, it was either an animal escaped from a zoo and roamed around a forest, freaking out the campers. The campers went to a bar to try to forget their problems because, when Bigfoot myths started, alcohol was your go-to answer to solve all your problems. Yeah, there you go. But I kind of think what happened was that they just got drunk and they started spewing the story. Then every time they came back to the bar, they're like, hey, I'll buy you a beer. Tell us that story about that creature that was out there in the woods. And then they just went back to the story about Bigfoot, and it just kept getting blown out of proportion more and more. Hey, look at that sci-fi show. You get $1 million if you can catch Bigfoot or find proof of Bigfoot, and nobody got it. Bigfoot doesn't exist. That's an urban legend that got started as a freaking drunken bar tale. I swear to God. But yes, as far as I'm concerned, that mythical creature I do not believe exists. That I believe was a story that was blown way out of proportion. That was somebody got freaked out by like an animal or something that either escaped from the woods or literally probably just some hairy guy that was walking around the woods like a hippie or something, just walking around the woods. Freaked him the hell out because he thought, oh my God, it's a monster. It's Bigfoot. And then went running back to the local bar to drown themselves in alcohol. And then started telling the tale, and then everybody started freaking out, and that's where that one comes in. So, Bigfoot, no. Loch Ness, yes, but not in the way that they have blown it out of proportion. Dwarves, yes. Dragons, yes. Ghosts, no, but spirits, yes. I can't think of any other mythical creatures. Do I think a griffin existed? Yes. I actually kind of do, in a way. But I can't think of any other mythical creatures off the top of my head. But yes, I do believe both medieval and Chinese dragons existed. Beyond a doubt, I do believe that. So, if you could make a feature-length film, what would it be called and about? I have no idea. I'm not a director. I'm not a writer. I'm not a producer. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I mean, the best I could say is we're talking feature-length film, so at least an hour and a half long. An hour and a half to 2 hours long at least. It's bare minimum for a feature-length film. Well, 2:15 max. Well, I had to pull something right out of my head. I don't know. Computer hacker manages to find a way to hack into time and space and different dimensions, and all sorts of hell break loose. Think Kung Fury, but with a much higher budget. Think Kung Fury, but with a higher budget. Well, better yet, think Kung Fury with Avengers Endgame budget. There you go. Let's do that. Avengers Endgame budget, and it's Kung Fury. There you go. There's your feature-length film. I wouldn't even know what the hell to call it, though. But you don't know. If it's going to be about hacking time, might as well call it Time Hackers, I guess. Yeah, that's Time Hackers. Okay, they hack time. Yeah, there you go. They hack time and space. Yeah, that sounds cool. They just have to. They use like an old POS computer or something, and they managed to. They found like a line of code in an old. Oh no, I got it. Really pissed off Linkara. They found a. They found a way to use a Tandy computer to hack space and time. And all of a sudden, like, they're watching an episode of Atop the Fourth Wall, and it's like, Tandy computers, man, if only he knew. And then they just go type it in the command to instantly create the time vortex, like, if only he knew how true he was. Oh, well. And then the person just, like, goes in the time bubble, but as they're walking in, there's, like, a warning sign, like, unstable portal, and here it's one from another dimension that's just right on top of it, and then boom, all shit goes to hell. So that's an idea, in a way. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a writer. I'm not a producer, but there you go. Just like I said, just think Kung Fury, but with Avengers Endgame budget, and it's about time, and it's about people who hack time and dimensions. There you go. If you could write a comic book or graphic novel, what would it be called and why? Oh, for the love of God. Oh, that's actually a good question. I guess I would probably go back to that story that I wrote a while back, The Legendary Knights, and just make it that. Basically, I got inspired when I saw the trailer for what would eventually become Birth by Sleep then from Kingdom Hearts. At the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, there was a little trailer, and you watch that trailer, and I'm like, okay. And I saw it on YouTube, and I downloaded it off of YouTube at one point. My friend helped me get that, because I'm like, I wanted to watch this over and over and over again. I thought it was really cool. And I'm watching, and I'm like, this would be really cool, like 3 knights, legendary knights that just kind of like save the world from a darkness. And I just kind of went with that, and I made up a story about it. So probably that. I wouldn't mind seeing that as a comic book or a graphic novel. Hell, I'd love to see that as an anime, actually. I think that would be pretty cool. But why? I don't know. Why does the sun rise in the east and set in the west? Why does the moon, look the way it does? Why are ants capable of carrying 10 times their own body weight? How the hell should I know? What would it be called and why? I mean, just do the Legendary Knights, and why? Because it's the entire plot of the story. It's the Legendary Knights. I don't know any other way to. I don't know any other way to word that. I don't know any other way to word that one. What do you watch on TV these days? I watch Roku. So basically, I watch YouTube. Recently, my mom and I were watching Pluto TV on the Roku device. That's actually pretty cool. It's basically internet cable. It's free internet cable, too, actually. We were watching Stargate SG-1. We were watching some classic Doctor Who episodes. They got game shows on there. There's anime channels galore. There's a Naruto, One Piece. There's a whole anime channel. There's like a Yu-Gi-Oh one. There's some gamer channels on there. Oh, man, there's a lot on Pluto TV. Tubi, I love watching Tubi. Tubi's my go-to for anime stuff right now because they have a nice-sized anime library. There's a new one that I just found out about. Ironically, because I was watching Pluto, they had an add-in for it called Freebie. It's actually pretty cool. They had some pretty good stuff on there. Some newer stuff, too. Like some movies that are only like a few years old. that are on there you can watch for free, which is pretty cool. And it is free. That's the best part. It's free. I don't got to pay for it. I am the type of person that I am not going to subscribe to a streaming service when there's 50 free ones offering the same content. Why should I pay this company $20 a month when options B through G over here are given the same thing for free, and I just gotta sit through commercials? Hey, I could get up and pee. I can get up and get something else to drink. I can get up and stretch my legs. Why am I paying you $20 to not have commercials when I can use these commercials to get up and pee? Excuse me for a second. Piss off. I'm gonna watch it over here. But yeah, so I don't really watch TV as it is. I mostly watch I watch the Roku player, and it's I mostly just watch YouTube, maybe Tubi, Pluto TV, stuff like that. So as far as actual TV, no. As far as watching stuff on the TV, I watch it via the Roku player. So there's that. Do you remember your grandmother? Yes. Don't have fond memories though anymore. But yes, I do. That's all the further I'm going with that. I don't have fond memories anymore, so there's that. That was the easiest. That was going to be the easiest question because I don't have fond memories anymore. It's mostly just the last, I want to say decade. Basically, well, she died at the end of 2015. She died December 27th, 2015. So yeah, it's been it'll be 7 years in December. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with it's yeah, I'm not really, I don't have fond memories anymore. Most of the stuff is the last, I want to say decade and a half. So no, I yes, I do remember her, but not in a good way anymore, unfortunately, because the nastiness overshadowed the good anymore. Let's just put it that way. If you could make a superhero character for a video game, an MMORPG, or a comic, what would it be? Ooh. Magnaman. Really cool. A suit of electrical armor that basically shoulder pads. It basically looks like Magnamon in a way, but the armor's a golden yellowish hue, but with little blue overlays. So there'll be blue little armbands, but then there's a yellow. The main part's yellow, but the outer ridges are blue. Same for the shoulder pads. Now it's really cool looking. It's called Magnaman, and what Magnaman does is basically just flies around. He's created because of an electrical storm in the midst of just an electrical storm. Basically, just overloaded his computer and his tablet, all the electronics in his house, and just infused it with all this electricity. And it kind of fused the electronic devices onto him, so it just kind of became armor in a way. And he basically saves the day with the forces of evil, against the forces of evil. In all honesty, I'd love to create a female superhero, but in all honesty, with this culture and everything nowadays, I'd be too afraid to make one that would instantly get put on a cancel culture, and that would not end well for me or anybody. For me or anybody else, that wouldn't end well. But yeah, that's okay. I got Magnaman, so definitely. But No, I got it. JG, Jupiter Girl. There's already one like that. Basically, she, let's just go with the simplest one. Bombarded with cosmic radiation that bounced off of Jupiter after a probe that the human race sent out accidentally ignited something in Jupiter's atmosphere, and it shot back a massive energy ray that just bombarded her. Now she has all this. Now she basically has the ability to change the density of whatever she does. So she can jump really far. She can shove objects out of her way with ease, and at the same time she can just be completely normal. Her name's Jupiter Girl. There you go. JG for short. Jupiter Girl. I'm not good at naming stuff. I'm not good at naming things. I'm not good at naming stuff. I'm not good at naming. I'm not good at naming things. I'm really not. Since you lost your job, what are you doing now? Job hunting? searching for work, trying to find anything. I want to try to find something remote, but I'm getting the feeling that's not going to be a possibility anymore. But I'm really hoping it can be, but it probably won't be. I did try doubling down against a little more on the. I have that little spring shop that I tried out a while back. I still have that yet. It's basically a print on demand. It doesn't cost me anything, and I get profit if the stuff sells. So jack shit, but I try. I did open up an Etsy shop, put a trailer up the other day on YouTube describing it. So go check that out if you get a chance. It's actually not a bad what I've done so far. It's not a bad little shop. I got like some wedding invitations, a couple planners. I'm not gonna put any. I only owe them $1 right now, listing fee wise, and I'll have to pay that in August. But I'm fine paying them $1 right now. But if this thing doesn't pick up by the time this shit auto renews, I'm just gonna close the damn thing because it's not gonna be worth it just keeping the shit on here if I'm not gonna make anything. But I'm trying here. But yeah, it's Symbol Designs by Andrew. A symbol design by Andrew. I couldn't get the one with the S. Pissed me off. I did have it Symbol Designs, and it's like, oh no, this one's already taken. But you can have this. Fine, I'll take it. Fine, I'll take it. But yeah, so basically put what the hell? Oh yeah, so I got like Symbol Designs. I got a wedding invitation little set there. It's basically a wedding, like a date card, and it's a template. It's a Canva template you can customize yourself. Then so you download, so you get a link then to the when you buy it. It's like $10. You purchase it, and you'll get a link when you purchase it, and then you can go into Canva, and you can edit that. And then what you're editing is essentially that. So that you're editing the template. So then what you're basically doing is you can change the template. Like, okay, this is the template. This is, okay, so like, let's say you want to put your name and whoever you're marrying here. Then, the details cards. They're all on 5. It's all 5x7 cards. So it's really cool. The next card's basically, you give the details where, okay, this is where it's going to be, this is the date, this is the time, this is the location, this is when you need to RSVP by. Then the last one's an RSVP card where it's basically, look, RSVP by the certain date. Say, yes, I'm coming, no, I'm not. And it's like $10. It's those 3 cards, but it's 5x7. It's really cool looking. I have a digital, I just recently put up a digital, gaming journal, which is really cool. Printable version as well. You can print out on your printer. You can jot it in yourself, or a digital version that you can just type it in as you go. What the hell else did I put up? I have a gaming planner, a daily planner, a monthly budget sheet, which I might have a better one I can put up then too, but I figured I'd call that one a finance sheet. And then just like basic wedding invitation. I think that's it so far. I only have like 10 items up, so I'm hoping it'll do well, but I don't see it going too well. I did try Redbubble because there was a video, and this is the fun part. So I got a message on Facebook on the Web Designer 18 Facebook page because there was a video out there which kind of got me into the whole Pulse thing, and I did put a couple of those up on that spring shop. But it's like, oh yeah, you take Pulse image and you put another image right in the middle, and it's like, well, Canva allows you to do this, and they do. I did look into that. They do. It is part of the thing. So long as you're editing the images, it's no longer one image that you just took off. It's 2 of them, but you've skewed it enough that it's no longer what the original image was. It's 2 images that are now merged together to form a totally new image. And so I did that. And the person's like, yeah, you put these up on Redbubble and they instantly sell. And I'm like, all right, well, what the hell? I'll give this a shot. I'm like, what the hell do I lose? Maybe like a day, 2 out of my, day or 2 of my time. It's not going to take me that long. Yeah, so I put a couple things up on there, and about a day or 2 later, I get an email from Redbubble, and my account's suspended. They're like, you violated our terms of service, and I'm like, how did I violate your terms of service? And when I'm trying to find out more information, they're like, well, we need more information before we can give you any information as to why you violated it. It's like, you need to provide us with the following documentations. I'm like, okay, yeah, nope. I'm like, you know what? This was an experiment. The experiment failed. As far as I'm concerned, fuck it. And I went right back into the video, and I left a comment for the guy, who was really nice about it, too, blaming me. Said it was my fault, not his. Like, well, no. You had to have done something wrong on your end. There's nothing that... No. My system is perfect. It's your fault. It's on your end that you screwed up then. Because they just don't suspend accounts for no reason. Yeah, they do. If you look on YouTube and you type in Redbubble on YouTube, there is a slew of videos that come up saying my account was suspended. There was a person that goes, I literally just started this account and it was suspended because they want to make sure it's not a bot account. So they misconstrued mine. I'm assuming they misconstrued mine as a bot account. And it's like, oh yeah, no, it's a bot account. That's why. It's a bot account. And I'm like, no, it's not. But unless I can prove that I'm not a bot, which going off of their information that I would have to present, there would be no way to verify it because they're like, well, you need to give us a picture of yourself that matches the image that's on your store. Well, I never got around to setting that part up. I put the stuff up first. The day that I was going to put the image of me up because I fixed it up, and all of a sudden the shop's down. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I can't really exactly prove I'm who I say I am. I'm like, yeah, no, piss off then. But I was so generously enough to let this person know that, hey, this doesn't work. And I mostly put this out as a forewarning to anybody watching this video. I'm amazed the guy didn't delete the comment. Probably has now. It's like, oh, no. They just don't suspend accounts for nothing. You have to have done something wrong on your end. They just don't randomly suspend accounts for nothing. That's bad for business. There's an old saying in business when you own a business. No shirt, no shoes, no service. There's that. And there's also... you can refuse the right to serve anybody you choose to a point. Like, you can't be racist about it. You can't be sexist about it. But if somebody walks in and let's say they're acting idiotic or they're kind of acting sleazy or you think they're acting kind of, a little unsatisfactory. Like, let's say that you think they're a bot account. You have the right to tell them to piss off. And that's what eBay does it for a lot of sellers now. I know Amazon was doing it too. There's a whole article on that. Yeah, if they think you're, quote, the devil, a bot account, that you're just setting, it's just like a bot that's controlling this, they're going to delete you. Because it's taking up server space, it's taking up bandwidth, it's taking up resources that they can use for people that'll actually be there that can make them money. Whereas a bot, while it might make them money at the same time, it isn't helping the situation. So, there is that. But yeah, it's a gray area, but it's freaking there. But this message was from this nice person. They wanted to know what I meant when I said take this with a grain of salt, because they like doing research into a lot of this stuff before they actually jump headfirst into it. First off, that's a good thing to do. Don't ever deny that is a good thing to do. Research. I had already heard about Redbubble prior to this video. I knew what Redbubble was. I was already skeptical about wanting to go that route because and the kicker was, a couple of the videos that I had watched, the person goes, be wary, they can delete your account if it's like you ever run the same risk over on Etsy too. They can delete your account, not give you any reason or warning. I know eBay was doing it for some people. I think I'm good though because I've been an established seller. It's almost been 10 years. Jesus Christ. No, shit, it has been 10 years. Oh my God, it's been 10 years. I've been on eBay for 10 years. Oh my God. Holy shit. I've been on eBay for 10 freaking years. Oh my God. I started selling in November of 2012. My very first ever purchase was my Go Kaiser Ranger keys, and that was in June of 2012. That's why my username's ARoads2012. I never bothered to change it. I just liked it. I'm like, no, that suits me. I like that. It just reminded me of the very first thing I ever bought on there, and I'll never forget it. Oh, my God. Shit. Oh, my God. I forgot all about that. Oh, God. I've been on there for 10 years. Thank God. What was it? Oh, yeah. But they just wanted to know what I meant by the whole, hey, what do you mean by taking this with a grain of salt? And I explained. Because it's like, this video, the guy was a snake oil salesman, essentially. And when I'm explaining this to them, they're like, oh, at least I'm assuming that's what it is. I haven't checked my Facebook messages because Facebook now made it so that you can't check Facebook messages on your tablets anymore. You have to download the app Can't do the desktop mode trick no more. Thanks a lot, Facebook. So I haven't gotten a actual chance to check it out yet. But yeah, if you're wondering, I don't know why. All of a sudden I look up, like, my one eyebrow just like kind of yeah, it's my left eyebrow just kind of like slumped down. I didn't see that. Anyway, yeah, I haven't checked it recently since I sent that was like Sunday. It was yesterday. Was it yesterday morning? No, Friday morning. Friday morning. It was Friday morning I said that. I haven't checked it since then yet. So, but yeah, basically, that's what it is. You're running. The person was a snake oil salesman. They're basically like, oh yeah, you do this and it's gonna bring you a crap ton of money. And when I call you out on it because you're wrong, and because the way you're telling us to do this, you're running the risk of having your account, suspended because they're gonna think you're a bot account doing this. And it's like, no, you did something wrong. You did something wrong. All right, fine, I did something wrong. I don't think I did anything wrong. This one was more on you than me. So, but yeah, I explained this, like, no, this person was like a snake oil salesman, and I just kind of like explained the whole thing. So I'll have to check Facebook then and see if they reply back. But yeah, if you ever had any questions, feel free to message the Web Designer 18 Facebook page. I don't answer them all. I don't check it every single day, but I do try to check at least twice a week. So check it out. I know I have to go in there and put up that the podcast went up, because I recorded it on a Friday because I was sleeping in Saturday morning, and I don't think I put it up that the podcast was up yet. I'll have to do that. But yeah. Last question. Why did you bring back Andrew Rants? Honestly, because I needed an outlet. There's a lot of crap going wrong right now in my life, and I needed a freaking outlet to let the pressure off. Because it's going to come to the point where either I'm going to break, I'm going to snap, and I'm going to go nuts, or I'm just going to, like, shatter completely. And I did not want to have that happen, and then all of a sudden just, like, take it out on people. I saw what that did when I was working up at Five Below yet, because I came home, it was like a Friday. I came home and I snapped at my mom. Because there was a computer issue. I bought a piece for the computer that I thought would work, and I told her, it was really easy. I'm like, just unplug the thing and just plug it back in. It's like, it was really easy, really idiot proof, and I come home and it's like, I had to work till like 1 o'clock that day. I get home, it's like 1:30, and I'm like, okay, I'm really not in the mood to deal with this crap. I'm pissed, I'm tired, I'm miserable. I hated today as it was. I had to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. I hated having to start work at 8 o'clock in the morning up there, because when I worked up there, I was used to starting at 5 or 4, and it's like, no, we need you to come in at 8 because we want to change this up a little bit. And I'm like, I really hate this. And it was the part that was starting to work on my nerves. And this is one of the reasons why I liked the job that I had then, that I left it for, because I could walk to work, and I'm like, hey, I could be there. Hey, it doesn't take me that long to get there. I don't mind that then. But I get home, and my mom's sitting there at the computer, and she's like, it won't turn on. It's not working. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not working? It's like, it's not working. So I go, did you take the piece off that I put on yesterday and see if that's the difference? Well, I don't know. And I just snapped at her. And I just freaking snapped. Because I remember, I think it was that, no, it wasn't that Saturday, it was that Monday. I ran in quick to Arby's, and I bought her a sandwich. Or did I get it? I don't remember if it was like 1 or 2 sandwiches. And I'm like, I'm going to buy her lunch to kind of apologize. It's like, I need to apologize. Because it's like, I honestly did not mean to snap at her, but it's like, I just snapped. And I'm like, I really hated it. I hated what that was driving me to. I hated what it was doing. I'm like, this is not right. I should not have to go to work for 5 hours, be miserable first off for those 5 hours, because I had to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. Stores freaking open up at like 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I think it was 9 o'clock actually we were opening when I left. Shit, we were just getting started at the 9 o'clock opening crap. Or was it 10 yet? No, it was 10 yet. It was 10 yet. Yeah, it was 10. Crap, it was 10. I get there and I had to basically work for 5 hours from 8 to 1. If you've ever worked retail, and this is the one reason why I wanted to get out of retail and why I really do not want to go back to retail. When you work retail, it is a gigantic nightmare of itself. And it sucks you in. And it does not let you go. And it's really horrifying when it does that. But what happened was I was really starting to not like it. We had the person that was in charge of the scheduling. We could tell them, look, we can't work certain days of the week because of reasons. I couldn't do Tuesdays, and I said I can do Thursdays, but I have to be out of here by 11. Completely ignores those. Completely ignores it. Because I remember during the holidays we had the same issues. I'm like, look, I can't do Tuesdays. You want me here, Monday through Friday, fine, but I can't do Tuesdays. I can do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No problem. I cannot do Tuesdays. I couldn't do the weekends because of the stuff I was helping the fire company with at the time. I'm like, but it's like, I can do the other 4 days, no problem. So so long as I said Thursday, so long as I'm out of here by 11, 12 at the latest, I said, that's fine. And it's like, well, okay. My supervisor was fine with that. She goes, I'll bring it up to her. She goes, I don't have a problem with that at all. Because it worked out really well because one person couldn't do Mondays and Wednesdays. I could do Mondays and Wednesdays. I didn't mind that. I'm like, look, they can't do Mondays and Wednesdays. I can do Mondays and Wednesdays. I've been doing Wednesdays for the last 5 years. I can do Wednesdays, no problem. I can do Mondays, no problem. I can't do Tuesdays. They can do Tuesdays. They can come in Tuesday. I don't have to be here Tuesday. They can come in Tuesday. And I said, that's fine. Now, the one that was in charge of the scheduling was just like, no. And she just did it her way. Despite what, it's like, we revolted. And this is during the holidays. We revolted like several times. And notice how I don't say names. So you don't know who the hell I'm talking about. But it's like, yeah, we just, it did not go well. But that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get out of retail. Because it got to the point where it's like, yeah, you need the help, but at the same time, you can't overwork the help. You need the help, but you can't sit there and tell the help, hey, you need to be here at this time. You need to be here at this time. You cannot leave, you cannot pick and choose when you want to be here. When it's part-time, you can. When your motto is flexible hours, you can. Because you're literally saying flexible hours, that means you need to flex to my availability. If I can't be here at this time or I can't be here this day, you need to deal with it. I can't be here. I know that the one time we were doing inventory, it was like the year, it would have been earlier that year. We were doing inventory. Now, the store manager at the time asked if I could do that Tuesday one, but she asked me like a week or two ahead of time. So I had plenty of time because Tuesday's laundry day. I had plenty of time. It's like, yeah, not a problem. That's perfectly fine. Because, we had everything planned out perfectly down to the wire. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I have no issues with that whatsoever. That's fine. I can do that. When you spring it on me at the last minute or you think, oh, well, they'll just, go around our schedule. They'll just deal with it. No, that annoys the hell out of me. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get out of retail. I have a relation that's really pissed off that I don't want to put in application 5 to work at a grocery store when they can't find my application. So, but I brought Andrew Rance back basically because of that. I needed an outlet. I could feel the pressure building. It was starting to take hold again. Like that sort of like strangling feeling around your neck. I didn't like that. I needed an outlet. I needed some way to let the rage out, and that I figured was the best I could do. So that's why I brought it. Anyway, it's all the questions that I got for this month. So thank you all for submitting your questions. I guess we're doing one next month. I don't see why not. See when we can do this next month. August. Okay. Yeah, that works. Have them submitted by the 28th. By 28th. There you go. Well, 28th at the latest. Because I can still work it. Yeah. 28th at the latest. And until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/webdesigner18. I know I have not updated it. I am working on it. I'm only a one-person show here. I really got to try to find somebody else that can help me with some of this stuff because, oh boy, but I can't pay them. That's the only problem. I can't pay it. But I got to try to find somebody that can help me with this. But yeah, at least like Patreon and Ko-fi wise. But yes, we do have a Ko-fi page, a Patreon page. There's the Etsy shop I mentioned, symbol design by Andrew. There's the Spring Store, link in... I'm literally going to put the links in the descriptions. There's also a GoFundMe page right now for a thing that I'm working on GoFundMe-wise. But yeah, that's about all I got. So until next time, catch you later.